Hello, friends. So good to be with you today. I want to talk to you for just a moment about your conduct, your ethics, your behavior towards other people. Do you realize that that's the difference in people that are being very successful and people who are not? Someone that's able to keep their word, someone who's able to be dependable. You know, when I was a kid, I used to hear the stories about people who just made deals by shaking their hand. And when you shook hands with them and you made an agreement, that was, I don't care if it cost you everything, you were going to keep your word. Your word was your bond, so to speak. And that was a place of honor that people carried. That was an honorable individual. And isn't that what you want? Really, isn't that really what every man wants? I don't care where they come from or what their background is. Really, the thing that we desire most is that place of honor. We're trusted. So see, you don't just move into that spot. That's not something you just move into and say, okay, I'm going to be that. You move into it day by day by making exchanges with other people. You give someone your ethics, that someone gives you their ethics, you give them honor. They give you, now what I mean by ethics, that's the decision of how you carry yourself. Those are the boundaries. That's the thing. That's the line that I won't cross that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to keep my word. I'm going to, regardless of what it is, I'm going to be on time. I mean, we could just go through the whole gamut of things, but your ethics, the things that's inside you that makes you do what is right. That's not even really something that is learned from a book. That's kind of instinctive in all of us, isn't it? I mean, I don't care what country, what generation, what century you go to, you're going to hear words like, you be fair to them because they were fair to you. I mean, that's kind of the baseline of ethical conduct. We behave ourselves because somehow we know it's right. Somehow we just know that that's what's supposed to be done, and I'm not going to violate that. That would be wrong to do that to that person. Why would you say that? Because that's an ethical statement. It's my ethics. Now, obviously, we can get off into the weeds with that, but I want to keep this as simple and focused as I can because I want to talk to you about the journey going from your ethics to honor. Now, see, what happens is your ethics, the way you conduct yourself, you give them to me, or listen, I give them to you, so to speak. And what happens as a result of that, when you give someone ethics, they give in exchange honor. The more ethical you are, the more honorable you become. I can trust that person. See, that's the problem with a lot of politicians, is the fact that they make a lot of promises that they just simply don't keep. And as a result, you just think, I don't trust them. I don't trust them. And they're not in a position of honor, are they? You're just not too sure whether they're sustainable in that lofty position of honor. And honor is a position. It's a position of, it's the paramount of position. That's the chair that every man really wants. But he's not going to get there without ethics. He's not going to get there without doing what's right. That's just the bottom line. So here's the process of how it takes place. Our goal is not ethics just for the sake of rule keeping. I'm not trying to just say, hey, I want to keep ethics because I like keeping all these rules. No, you have ethics because that's simply a vehicle that takes you someplace. Where is it? It takes you to honor. Now, there's three things that's going to be exposed here. One is ethics, the other one is integrity, and then the final destination is honor. Ethics is the vehicle that takes me to honor. Integrity is the thing that sustains my ship when the storm hits. You've talked about the integrity of the ship held. In other words, when the storm hit it, when all hell broke loose against your life, you had the integrity that you didn't fall apart and compromise and collapse and just quit. See, my ethics, the way I carry myself, was the thing that started me on the journey. My integrity is what held me together to where I didn't compromise, keeping my word to you. And then the final destination is a place of honor. So you're not going to get to honor without ethics, without that rule of conduct. And you're not going to get there without integrity, because I promise you, in life, storms are going to hit. So the question is, do you know really, have you really judged what's right, what's wrong, what's good, what's bad? Do you really have a clear sense of that? Are you someone who's made up your mind? I'm going to keep my word. I'm going to keep my word if it costs me. And you don't find that very often, do you? We've usually got to have about 3 lawyers that's going to draw out, and then the others are to find loopholes in that to somehow take advantage of someone. There's nothing ethical about them, nothing. Show me a man of ethics. Show me a man who will just be that person, and I will give an exchange. I will give honor to him, and I will hold him in the highest of esteem. I will honor him, because he's someone that not only just kept his word and sustained what he believed, but he had the integrity that when everything went wrong, when he lost everything, when it seemed like his business collapsed, when it seems like everything was there that would cause him to fall apart, he had the integrity to hold things together until he reached his final destination of honor. That's your destination today. I encourage you to keep that in your mind, because there's great things in store for you, but you're not going to get there without following those paths. You're going to have to have ethics. You're going to have integrity, and you're going to have honor. And when you show me a person that is in that position, I'll show you a person who will shape their generation. They will shape their families, their children, and their children's children will be held together because of things like that. That's what every business wants to find, is somebody who will just show up, who will just keep their word, who won't steal them blind. Dear God, show us somebody, anybody, that's just got a little bit of ethics and integrity. And I'll guarantee you that'll be a person that will move to the top, to the place of honor. And that's what's supposed to happen in your life. All right? Come on. It's waiting for you. Let's go for it.